Hello, adventurers! I'm Cortney, and today we are going to talk about an ancient Chinese jade disc in the Walters Art Museum in Baltimore, Maryland. This disc, which is a little over 5 inches in diameter, was made in Neolithic China around 2500 BCE. That's around 4,500 years ago. In Neolithic China, there were cultures who produced jade. This one was probably made by Liangzhu culture, located on the east coast in China, not too far from the modern-day city of Shanghai. First, let me explain what I mean by Neolithic China. The Neolithic, or New Stone Age, describes a period when people settled down in small farming villages after a long phase of traveling around hunting and gathering. In 2500 BCE, there were many farming villages in China, each with their own special characteristics. In the north, Chinese farmers cultivated millet, while in the south and on the east coast, they farmed rice. Across China at this time, people made tools out of stone for farming, and they made pots out of clay for use in everyday life, as well as for special occasions. Some wealthier Neolithic communities, like those discovered at Liangzhu culture sites, also made jade objects, like the disc found in the Walters Museum. Jade was, and still is, a precious, expensive material. This is because true jade, also known as nephrite, is a hard material to carve. The Walters disc probably took a year or more to make. Ancient jade carvers used quartz sand to carve jade, which is probably like trying to shape a really hard block of stone with a piece of sandpaper. Just think how hard it was to shape this disc into a perfect circle with perfect flat edges, and then carve a perfect circular hole in the middle. Often when we think of jade, we think of a beautiful, translucent green stone. But true jade comes in a variety of colors and can be either translucent or opaque, meaning you can't see through it. The Walters disc is the opaque type with a unique marbled appearance. Notice how you can make out different shades of yellow, brown, and green. I especially like how one edge looks like it was dipped in dark chocolate. What do you think the Walters disc was used for? Archaeological excavations of ancient Liangzhu culture sites in the Yangzi River Delta in South China give us some important clues. Here, jade discs are found in the tombs of wealthy people. Discs were placed on and around the body of the tomb owner. We aren't sure what the Liangzhu people called these discs or what they meant to them, other than to symbolize wealth and power, because the Liangzhu people did not leave writing behind to tell us. However, later in Chinese history, these objects came to be called bi, and to symbolize heaven. The ancient Chinese believed the universe consisted of a square earth with a circular sky or heaven hanging over it. Because of this belief, square shapes were used to symbolize earth, and circle shapes were used to symbolize heaven. It's possible the Liangzhu bi and other Neolithic circular discs like the one in the Walters Art Museum also had a special significance connected to early Chinese people's views of the universe, meaning they too might have represented the heavenly cosmos above. That's all for today, adventurers. I hope you enjoyed learning about the Walters bi disc and how it connects to archaeological discoveries from Neolithic China and later ideas on the structure of the universe itself. Until next time, I hope you'll continue to feel inspired by the many fascinating stories objects have to tell us.